We welcome you back to Game Day Houston's Game of the Week coverage live from Willis, Texas, off the shadow of I-45 here at Willis Baseball Field for tonight's Day 2 finale, I should say, between the Willis Wildkats and the Waller Bulldogs. We're going to take a quick look at the matchup. Obviously, we're both calling the game, so we're not going to be able to predict who's going to win the game, but we can at least give some keys to the action. We can at least give some keys to the action, what we think may happen, and some keys to the game. So, Jason, as we quickly here in about 60 seconds or so, what's going to be the key for Willis to get that win, that first win of the tournament, and really turn things around heading into the last couple games?
Well, I think the thing I've seen the last two games is the pitching has been really inconsistent. They have an inning where they have a 1-2-3, and then they're out, and then you have an inning where they can't find the plate. I think it was yesterday they had like 4 or 5 hit by pitches, another 4 or 5 walks. Those are runs. And you can't give up the free runs. Make them earn it, throw strikes, work over the plate, keep the ball low, make them put it in play, pitch to contact. You got players out there. You heard Coach say it. Reed Dorwat, Gage Blinka, Keaton Jeffcoat up the middle. You got Dylan Hawthorne returning, three-year starter behind the plate. Get behind them, let them go.
Now, taking a look at the other side in Waller, what do they need to do to bounce off of what was a run rule in 6 innings, 9-1 the final against Atascocita? What do they need to do to take care of business and get a win on their side?
Kind of the same thing, you know. They've gone through the same meat grinder that Willis has gone through.
Right.
You know, the same Atascocita, Mag West, right? And so now they're facing kind of the same thing. You know, Coach Washburn said they've lost 3 in a row, and I think Waller's in that same boat. And a lot of that's just coming down. What I had saw before we came on air was, man, 4 or 5 errors in 3 or 4 innings. You know, miscommunication, balls dropping. You can't have that. Again, errors are like walks. They're going to translate into runs.
Right.
You got to make them earn it. Pitch to that contact. Trust your defense. Let them get it done. Don't walk them, and make a clean play.
That'll be it for our desk show for the pregame segment. Of course, we will be back after the matchup is done with for postgame coverage as well. So make sure you tune right back in after this one has gone final here at Willis Baseball Field between the Willis Wildkats and the Waller Bulldogs. But for now, we take you first to the field after this commercial break as we get you set and ready right behind us here at Willis, Texas for the matchup, the game of the week here on Houston Sports Live between Willis and Waller. That comes to you next on Houston Sports Live. All right. Field here in Willis, Texas, just off the shadow of I-45 for tonight's Game of the Week coverage here on Houston Sports Live, featuring the WIllis Wildkats and the Waller Bulldogs as part of the conclusion of Day 2 festivities of the Lake Conroe Classic. Alongside me is Jason Greer. My name is Jordan Smith. As we take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's matchup, let's start off with the starting lineup for the Waller Bulldogs, as they're the ones who are fixing to take the field first.
Hey, okay, a little technical difficulty. You guys hang around. We got some kids out here hanging out with us. Hey, you got the Waller Bulldogs leading off here as the visiting team in the hometown WIllis Wildkats. Trace Geisley leading things off. He's going to be their catcher for the Bulldogs. Trevor Faulkner, he's on the mound in the 2-hole. Bryce Girish is at center field. Christian Perez at third. Andreas Campos at second. Mason Corsi is out in right field. Chris Castillo at first. Luis Martinez at short. And Bryson Reagan out in left field, rounding things out for the Bulldogs.
We get ready and set underway here as Waller will step up to the plate. It'll be Trace Geisley. First pitch outside on a heater, 6:30, the official first pitch time. And we start off with a 1-0 count. That one right back up, hits Vallejo in the glove, and just gets past the middle infield into the shallow outfield. The second baseman slides into it in Beltran.
And that was the same type of play that I was talking about in the pregame with the game day show with Coach Washburn about Blinka made that play the other day and made a fantastic throw to first to get the runner, just not there today. Vallejo on the mound. Tall, lanky right-hander. He's coming out of a high three-quarter slot. You've seen the fastball. It has a little bit of life to it, but it's running pretty true, so it looks like a four-seamer. And we'll kind of see what else he has in the arsenal here as we get going.
75 degrees, clear skies. Couldn't be more beautiful for Friday night action here on Houston Sports Live. So glad you could tune in and join us for the action here in Willis, Texas. The right-hander in Trevor Faulkner to the plate. First pitch low and in the turf for a ball, 1-0 to start the count. Go over the defensive alignment here in just a bit. As time is called at the plate, why don't we go ahead and go over that defensive alignment here for the WIllis Wildkats.
Keaton Jeffco is at shortstop, and Reed Dorrit is out in center field. Gage Blinka is a designated hitter. Hunter Slots out in left, and Shea Holiday is out in right. Mason Miller at third.
Chopper up the middle, tag second for one to first. 6-3 double play to clear the bases.
Nice little play right there by Jeffco. Speaking of shortstop, Dylan Hawthorne, signal caller. He's again behind the plate. He's been there every game I've called for the Wildcats. Colin Adams is at first base. And Huffit Beltran, not seen that name before. So sorry, kiddo, if I butchered your name. I'll have to get Mr. Jeff Cote over here on the PA to clear that one up for us. Because we'll butcher that one here throughout the night. Quickly, you got 2 outs in the inning.
Bryce Geish to the dish. First pitch outside for a ball. He's missed outside to each right-handed hitter so far on that outside part of the plate. 1-0 to start each count. From the natural stretch, 1-0, chop foul behind home plate and into the backstop as you hear.
Yeah, the mic's right there. It's literally about, we could shake hands with the umpire right here. I could probably put fresh baseballs in his pouch if he needs them. That's how close we are. It's how short this backstop is, and it does come into play here at Willis. And there's a nice little slider from Vallejo. Had a good sweeping action. A lot of kids these days are getting away from the curves and the sliders and are throwing what we used to call a slurve. They just changed the name like Charlie Sheen did in Major League 2, and they're calling it a sweeper. Nice life on that fastball. If you can see that, nice and true. He catches the inside corner with that. So definitely a four-seam fastball that he has working, and a sweeper so far here in the first.
Deuce is wild here in the top of the first inning. 2-2 count from Vallejo. Check swing. They say he did not go around.
And we got an appeal. Yes,
and now they say he did.
Yes, he
did. On
the
appeal to first.
And Hawthorne tags him.
So the drop third strike on the check swing will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 1 getting on base, but a double play to clear things, and then the drop third strike on a reviewed check swing. We'll now bring Willis up to the plate for the first time here tonight. Wildcats looking to add some runs early when we come back on Houston Sports Live.
Conroe, Texas.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We're out here live. Houston Game Day. We started our show, kicked everything off. I got some kiddos here. The game is about the kids, right? This is an adult. They're adults playing a kid's game, right? What do you guys think? Where are you guys from? Willis? Come on, jump on here. Come on.
Yes, sir.
From Willis?
Yeah,
where you guys go to school?
Calfee Middle School.
There you go. Favorite player, favorite team?
Oh, has to be Astros.
Astros, favorite player? Altuve?
Yeah,
Correa?
Oh, no.
Pena.
Hold on. It's Altuve, yeah.
Altuve, favorite player. Favorite team, favorite player. What's your name?
Jaden.
All right, what's your favorite team? Well, he's holding a football at a baseball game. Who's your favorite player, my man?
I don't have a favorite player.
You don't have a favorite player? You have a favorite football player?
For the Wildcats, number 1,
We got to get going. We'll come back. We got a lot of kids out here. A lot of the audience is loud. We appreciate everyone showing up to support us here on Houston Sports Live. And we're back to action as Gage Blinko leading things off.
Bottom of the first, no scores. That one is fouled away for an 0-1 count to start. Keaton Jeffcoat.
Sorry.
Up to the dish to get things started for the Wildcats.
Just a beautiful night here. It's been a beautiful day the last 2 days.
Chop swing. Back up the middle. Throw on to first from the shortstop is in time for the first out of the inning. Luis Martinez, the shortstop, to make the play.
Grounds out to the shortstop, bringing up number 2, Reed Dorwart.
Dorwart, the center fielder for the Wildcats. Had a couple of great plays in the game earlier this morning with the wind blowing. And that was a field day to watch that happen. It was like a jet stream out to right center. And he ran some balls down in that jet stream, made some fantastic catches just in front of the wall.
First pitch is fouled away, out of play, first base side. On 1 the count to start to Reed Dorwart.
Took a little off that one.
As that one into center, trips as he's going to first, does Dorwart. But that will take care of out number 2 on a line out.
The turf monster is 2 for 2 today, Jordan.
Right.
That's the second one I've seen go down.
Willis in their Colorado Rocky-esque unis with the vest and the undersleeve and the pinstripe pants.
1990s Colorado Rockies.
Some good uniforms with that one, too.
Yeah, back in the Matt Holliday days.
Right. First pitch into the turf.
Hard to
One
believe
run
you got a guy like Matt Holliday and has 2 sons picked in the first round, 1 in the big leagues. That's flared towards left.
And a
lost
big
in the lights.
misread. Will bounce it all the way to the wall. Rounding second. Will he try for 3? No, he won't. Brakes will hit as the misread by Bryson Reagan out in left field will get Blinka onto second base.
And Jordan, he didn't see that one at all. He thought it was out into the parking lot as a foul ball. It looks over his shoulder, and it's bouncing off the turf down towards the 315 sign and in the corner. I don't know if that's going to be a factor. The lights, he had no shot at that ball.
So a double to extend the inning. Now brings up Hunter Slot to the dish. Runner in scoring position early on. Still no score in the bottom of the first. That one into the turf. 1-0 count. Left fielder, the lefty bat. Trying to get the first run of the ball game for Willis. From the stretch, delivers. Fouled away into the net. This will be the longest at bat in the inning. First one to get to 3 pitches as that one runs into the turf. 2-1 the count.
Makes you wonder if Waller kind of came into this with a plan to have a guy pitch just a couple of innings. Ooh, nice play.
A liner to short.
Diving to the backhands, he makes the
Catch
play.
made by Martinez. And that will strand a runner on base. No run to cross a plate, 1 hit, and no errors as we head to the top of the second. No score here in Willis for our game of the week on Houston Sports Live. Back here on Houston Sports Live, no score as we head to the top of the second inning. 4, 5, 6 hitters due up for the Waller Bulldogs. Alongside me, Jason Greer. My name is Jordan Smith. As that one will miss outside on the heater to start. 1-0 the count from Vallejo. Perez, the third baseman, up to the dish. Sorry, Pezez at the dish. Righty on righty matchup. Winds and deals. In there on the outside edge for a strike. 1-1. Time called here at the plate. Sun is set here in Texas, giving us a beautiful, clear night, as we mentioned previously.
Nice pitch right there. He's dropped down in the slot. Just misses with that. Had the hitter definitely fooled. He was bailing out of the box. That was almost on the inside corner.
Ready's the 2-1. That runs inside again. Trying to push him off the plate a little bit maybe. 3-1 the count.
Yeah, he's trying to show him to the inside. He started him with a fastball on the outside. Wouldn't be surprised to see, with 3-1 count, try to pepper the outside corner. Hawthorne set up down the middle and just misses on the inside again.
That'll be a walk. First of the ball game for Waller. And it puts their second base runner of the contest on the base paths. So Andres Campos now to the dish. With one on, nobody out. Top of the second, no score. The right-handed hitter. Swung on, lifted into right.
That's Abke on it.
Holiday making the catch in shallow right.
I've gotten the lineup memorized in my head from the last 2 days.
That'll take care of out number one.
He's moving everybody around on me.
Bringing up number 18 for the Bulldogs.
Mason Corsi, the right-handed batter, with one on, one out. No runs in this one thus far.
And you kind of figure with WIllis playing these morning games.
Runner goes on the hit and run as that opens up the right side of the field. Turns around second, has the third sliding in safely. The hit and run to perfection as Pezez gets coast to coast. And Corsi in at first base.
Single to the right side, moves runner from first to third for the Bulldogs. Bringing up number
Just shifting over
44.
Beltran there on the steal attempt. Like I said, working it perfectly.
It's just trying to get something started. It's a good way to get your hitter going, especially if you think you got a pattern established. If you know a first pitch fastball is coming, and a player put it in play, it was actually a curveball, and he puts it right where he wanted it.
So now runners on the corners with one out. First pitch right down Hollywood for a strike. 0-1 the count. Chris Castillo, left-handed bat at the plate. First left-handed bat of the lineup here tonight for Waller. As that will run the outside edge. Quick 0-2.
Kind of surprised you don't see maybe a safety, squeeze, sack opportunity here. Try to push it down the third baseline with a left-handed hitter. 5-6 hole hitter. Try to get something going, especially with the hit and run that you just put on.
Chopper to the shortstop in Jeff Cook at the second for one. Mishandle on the exchange to first. Still got him, prevents the run from scoring in Pezez from home. And that keeps it a scoreless tie. 6-4-3 double play. Back-to-back innings of the double play for the WIllis defense. As we head to the bottom of the second, no score here in our Game of the Week on Houston Sports Live. Back here on Houston Sports Live for our game of the week. Alongside me is Jason Greer. My name is Jordan Smith. As we see Shea Holiday stride to the plate. 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for Willis.
That's in there for a called strike on Holiday.
The natural stretch, winds and deals. Chopper, third base side foul as everybody ducks out of the way.
But like I was saying earlier, before the inning ended, it's kind of one of those, it looks like the Waller coach kind of has a plan for pitching. You've already got a couple guys down in the bullpen. It's like this guy's got 2, the next guy's got 2.
That one looked like it just got away from him.
He just got on top of that, left it up high on his release point.
Trying some off speed and just slipped out of his hand there.
Yeah.
Starts out wide, now closes up, natural stretch. 1, 2, chopper left side. Pizzez launches it coast to coast, and it's over the head of the first baseman in Castillo. Holiday, and he's in with a stand-up. A throwing error will be made by Pizzez to allow Holiday to get into scoring position.
Remember one of the things we talked about, keys of the game? Those errors. Free outs. Can't give them free outs.
Mason Miller to the dish with a runner
He just
in scoring position. Nobody out.
Everybody heard that was kind of funny. The PA said Miller time, and he turned around and gave his big grin.
In there for a strike.
Oh, you got to enjoy the high school baseball vibe, the atmosphere, and the fans and the parents, the PAs. Some of them are fun, some of them are square. This one's definitely fun. I've been, these last couple of games, he's been over here just doing everything he can to get everybody, to let them know we're here. And Houston Sports Live has arrived on the scene.
Bunt attempt down the first baseline, but foul. Catcher saw it and was ushering Castillo towards home plate.
A nice idea there by Miller. He picked up, the first baseman's playing deep. Got a runner at second. Why not? Try to move him over and squeeze yourself a base hit out of it. Often gets lost in the game trying to get that bunt down for just a hit. You see it a lot at this level for sacrifices.
That one will be outside.
And you hardly ever see it in the big leagues anymore. That's the sit around and wait for the 3-run homer to give you the lead. A lot of baseball going on around here this weekend, Jordan. All the tournaments in the Houston area. You've got the Astros Classic kicking off. It's going this week or this weekend. Some great high school baseball, some great college baseball. Everything at the amateur level is blown and gone before the pros get going.
1-2 lined over the right side. Stopped on the glove by Castillo, but can't get to first base in time. The pitcher and Faulkner. And everybody will be safe. Runners at the corners now as Holiday advances to third base.
Diller Hawthorne making his way to the box. Catcher for the Wildcats. I don't know if that's part of his walk-up, having the train in the background, or if they time that.
Runners at the corners, a little dancing at first, trying to throw Faulkner off, and I think it kind of worked a little bit there. Got him to step off for a second.
Well, he's been working from the stretch the whole game, even without runners on, and that typically is something that you'll see a private instructor
Now dances his way as he speeds to second on a stolen base.
But you'll see these, most of these kids have a private coach. And typically an instructor will take a kid and get them out of the windup to help slow down the process of the delivery, and it cleans it up a little bit.
That one fouled away and towards the parking lot. Thankfully, we parked far enough away. 1-1 the count.
And the other scenario you see with that typically in the big leagues is you'll see most of your relievers will come in and pitch from the stretch because they come into the game in a situation with runners. And so all they do is they always work out of the stretch.
A 1-1. Chopper left side through the left side of the infield. A ground ball with eyes. Surrounding third. Heading home is Miller. It gets in with these. Throw to second offline into center field. They'll hold him at second. Hawthorne with a 2 RBI single and advancing to second on the throw. And it's now 2-0 Willis in the bottom of the second.
And both those runs unearned. 2 errors, 2 base runners, and both of them came around to score. It's easy to say field the ground ball and make the throw from here if you're out there.
First pitch gets away, but not enough to allow for Hawthorne to move. Cullen Adams is at the plate.
It's a courtesy runner. Came in for Hawthorne, the catcher. Get that for you. Jake Frazier is out at second. Running for Hawthorne.
In there for a strike, 1-1 the count.
Swings over the top of the elevated fastball or underneath of it.
Jake Frazier is our runner on second base.
From the stretch, 1-1 misses high. 2-1 the count.
So yeah, you got the double shotgun going down there in the Waller bullpen. 2 righties. Yeah.
Just a loose toss right now, nothing too intense. No action, obviously, yet in the Willis bullpen. It's also not something you totally see uncommon happen in tournament play early on. You usually get to see a few arms during an entire tournament just to kind of allow the team to see what they have in their arsenal.
Oh, you're playing 5 games in 3 days. Most of these tournaments are 2 game. Dog just ran underneath my feet. 2 games on Thursday, 2 games on Friday. And you finish up with a single on Saturday. And that's kind of the MO for all these tournaments. So you got to have 5 pitchers plus out of the bullpens. A lot of these teams, half your team pitches. And so you're running guys out. And when I was coaching, I always treated as he strikes out, swings it, expands the zone and chases that fastball up. And that's out number 1 here in the bottom of the second.
First strikeout of the ball game for Faulkner.
So what you try to do is this is a really good time. You can squeeze in 15 games and kind of figure out. Most coaches at this point know who their 1 and 2 guy for Tuesday and Friday is going to be, but who are going to be the guys that come out of the bullpen if one of those guys has a long night.
Throw down a third, can't be gloved cleanly. Stolen base.
Number 8, Frazier, still third.
For Frazier.
And so you're trying to figure out who's going to be those guys to come in when your starter goes 5 or he goes 4 or he has one of those nights where he's off, he runs his pitch count up. And these tournaments are the spot to find those. Who those guys are, who can you depend on, the consistency. And then the playoffs. You run into a 3-game playoff. Who's going to be that third guy to come in? And this is where you kind of start to figure a lot of that out. Even though it's still early in the season, as most of these teams have already started district in between these tournaments.
Jafet Beltran at the dish. In there for a strike. 2-1 the count. The second stolen base, by the way, for Willis in the game tonight. First one by Miller. The next one by Frazier, who's standing on third currently. That one misses high. 3-1 the count. Time call now. You see center field has shifted a little bit to his right, our left. As that one misses high, ball 4.
Walk by number 7, Jafet Beltran.
And a walk for Jafet Beltran. That is the first walk issued of the night by Faulkner. And now we go back to the top of the order. Keaton Jeffcoat to the dish. Right-handed hitter, 0 for 1 with a ground out to start the bottom of the first inning. Now he's got runners on the corners with 1 out and a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. Jeffcoat watches that one high for a ball. 1-0. Each of the last 4 at-bats have started in a 1-0 count, and they have alternated as well with a stolen base in the first pitch. 1-0 missing high, 2-0.
It's a spot here if you're Jeffcoat. When I work with hitters, this is my pitch on a tee. What's my pitch?
Fouls that one as they try the hit and run. To no avail, though, as Beltran will have to jog his way back to first. 2-1 the count, still with only 1 out. Here on this starry night. Well, I say starry night, we can't really tell because the lights are on.
Well, we're in Houston. You'll see the moon.
Right.
That's about it.
Bunt attempt pulled back on it, though, as that missed the zone, 3-1.
So now 3-1. He's got the same situation you had on 2-0.
Trying to keep Geisley honest behind the dish as well as both runners were dancing a bit at the respective bases, first and third.
That's where you got to sit on this pitch.
He'll swing and fly this one into right center. Going over to his right, making the catch is Corsi for the out. Runner tagging from third and making it home in Frazier. So it turns into a sac fly to get another run home. That's now 3 in the inning. And 2 outs, it's 3-0 in the bottom of the second inning. Beltran stays put at first, though.
And Reed Dorwart at the plate.
Dorwart standing in with a runner on first and a little dancing at first. Causes some hesitation from Faulkner. Now goes first pitch into the turf. In there for a strike, says the home plate umpire. 1-1 is the count. Again, 2 outs here in the inning.
Scorekeeper must be listening to you. Just as I rolled off your tongue, you changed the scoreboard.
That one runs high to the helmet and bounces off the helmet of the first baseman now after it hit the turf, thank goodness, to at least lose some velocity.
You're a youngster.
2-1 the count.
You're a youngster out there, and you're watching this. What Beltran just did at first is how you do it. Otherwise, he would have been getting up with a couple of teeth missing like Jack Hughes from the hockey team. You always turn that head away.
That runs high and tight to the dismay of some of the Willis faithful here in the crowd. Again, for those of you tuning in, thank you so much for tuning in. For those of you here, appreciate you bringing the energy here tonight for our game of the week. As that one thought was outside, but clips the corner. Full count approach coming up here. Obviously, you have to assume that Beltran will be taken off from first on this full count. There he goes. And there the ball goes into the turf. So another walk here in the inning. Not only extends it, but brings up the DH in Gage Blanca. Back-to-back walks for Willis. First pitch chopped right side. That one gloved cleanly by Castillo. He'll underhand it to Faulkner, who races over to first. And a 3-1 ground out for out number 3. It strands 2 runners on base, but 3 already across the plate. And makes it a 3-0 lead for Willis over Waller, heading to the top of the 3rd. Back with our game of the week after this on Houston Sports Live.
And we're back here live at Willis Field, home of the Wildcats here in Willis, Texas, just north of Houston. And we're heading on into the top of the 3rd for the Waller Bulldogs. Vallejo's still on the mound out for the 3rd inning of action for the Wildcats. Wow, a beautiful sweeper from Vallejo. Starts it at the hip, fooled the hitter. He bails out and cuts it right to the inner 3rd for a called strike. Probably the best pitch I've seen tonight from him, Jordan.
So yeah, I had a lot of good motion on that with that pitch, and really allowed for that fool. He's trying to backdoor it again right there. Just a little too inside.
Yeah, he started that one a little further at the batter. The one before was more kind of on the line.
2-1 pitch upcoming. That one chopper slow roller will tail foul.
Oh, wait, don't give up on it. It had that English on it. You're on a turf field.
Right. You never know with those pellets. Martinez, Reagan, and then back to the top, and Geisley. The 8-9-1 is what's due up here in this top of the third inning. Waller down 3-0 after 3 consecutive runs for Willis in that bottom half of the second. This one barely chopped foul on the inside part of the hands. Keeps it 2-2. Righty on righty, sets from the natural stretch. That runs inside and low.
Oh, that was another one. That was close. He fooled him again. And he knows it. He's walked out. He's smiling like, man.
It's that late break.
Yeah, he's got a lot
It's
of.
dangerous.
I don't know if he went and kind of fooled around. I saw him throwing down the fence line. The pitch has got a lot more action on it.
Chopper left side. Backhand glove by Miller. Laser to first. In time, impressive throw on the speed from Miller.
By number 17,
And that
Mason
takes care of out number
Miller
1.
for the Wildcats brings up 1 out.
Officially 5-3 in your
Bringing up number
scorecard.
21 for the on the plate.
Bryson Reagan to the dish, but before that, we got a pitching change. That's it for Vallejo as we take a quick break. We'll bring you the new pitcher when we come back to our game of the week here in Willis on Houston Sports Live. Back here on Houston Sports Live for the game of the week. New pitcher on the mound, Hunter Henderson. On the bump for Willis. Now a lefty dealing out there as we hit the bottom of the order. Bryson Reagan at the dish, 1-0 to start the count. We will get the final numbers for Vallejo here in just a bit. That one swing and a miss. Evens up the count at 1 apiece. We'll have it solo here with me for the rest of the night as Jason had to go attend to some other matters, but thankfully glad that he was able to join us here tonight. You'll hear him tomorrow as we have the game against Tomball tomorrow morning, as that's a fly out to straight away center. That takes care of out number 2. Again, Jason Greer will have the call of the action, 10 o'clock first pitch. A 9:45 pregame for you on tap right here on Houston Sports Live. Willis against Tomball for their final matchup of the tournament. As we go back to the top of the order, Trace Geisley up for the second time. As first pitch is outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. He got a single his first time up to lead off the ball game, and then was part of a double play that cleared the bases right after. As that's in there for a strike, 1-1 is the count. Readies now, winds and deals 1-1 outside. 2-1 is the count. Lights shine bright here in Willis. Good crowd on hand for this Friday night action. A lot of people walking the grounds here over the weekend as this one flies into right center. Running over, making the catch is Dorwart, as he will record the final out of the evening. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And that will take care of the top of the third. No runs so far for Waller as we head to the bottom of the third. 3-0 the score. Willis ahead when we come back on Houston Sports Live. Bottom of the third here on Houston Sports Live, our game of the week. The conclusion of Day 2 festivities of the 2026 Lake Conroe Classic featuring the WIllis Wildkats and the Waller Bulldogs. Jordan Smith here on the call of the action as Faulkner returns to the bump. For inning number 3, we will see the 4, 5, 6 hitters, starting with Hunter Slot at the plate. Fouls off the first pitch. 0-1 is the count. He's 0 for 1 in the ballgame with a line drive out to the shortstop that ended the bottom of the first inning. Righty on lefty, this one dealing into left center field on a high fly. Racing over to his right is Geislick.
Number 13 Slot lines out to the center field.
And that will make it out number 1.
Holiday.
Taking his time to get into the batter's box, Shea Holiday. Now strides in, 1 out. No one on base, still a 3-0 lead, bottom of the third. First pitch will run into the turf. 1-0 is the count. This one lined in the left will fall for a base hit with ease. Holiday on base for the second time here tonight. First time with an error, now with a single.
Brings up number 17,
Mason Miller up to the dish. 1 on, 1 out. 3-0 lead, bottom of the third. Pitch number 50 coming up for Faulkner. Through 2 1/3 innings of work. As that one will miss for a ball, 1-0. Righty on righty matchup at the dish. Miller got on base with an error as well, did come around to score. As that one will foul into the WIllis bullpen. 1-1 the count. Also collected a stolen base in the matter. Little dancing now, runner goes as this one popped up into shallow center field. Middle infielders will now call for it, and that one gets away as that misses from the second base and throw to second as the runner goes back, and he's safe. Holiday gets into second. Miller reaches first. And it's now, it'll be Bear Farrell. Who comes in for Hawthorne in the lineup. And that is in there for a strike. Oh, 1 is the count. Now it'll miss, 1-1. Swing and a miss from Farrell. A 1-2 count. 1 out, runners at first and second. As Willis tries to extend this lead here they have. Currently 3-0 in the bottom of the third. This one checks swing, but does make contact. Slow roller to first base side. Will take care of it himself. Unassisted put out by the first baseman in Castillo. for out number 2.
Bringing up number 14, Cullen.
Everybody does advance a base, though. Now, Cullen Adams to the dish. That one outside for a ball, 1-0. Adams is 0 for 1 with a punch out. Only one of the ball games so far by Faulkner. As that one will find the zone right down Hollywood for a strike. 1-1 is the count. That one low and into the turf. 2-1. And 1. That one misses high. Trying to go off speed, but to no avail. Ball 4. Advances to first base.
For number 7,
On a walk. Now the bases are juiced. Still that action in the Waller bullpen. Now just a single arm in there, the right-hander. No sign of taking him out just yet. Jafet Beltran at the dish. Is the count. Now 1-1 as that finds the inside part of the plate. Beltran got on base with a walk back in the second inning of play. Will be left stranded at second at the end of the inning. On the outside part of the plate for a strike. 1-2. This is outside. Deuce is wild here in the bottom of the third. Base is juiced and a 3-0 lead for Willis over Waller. On the stretch. Outside. And a full count with 2 outs. Bases loaded. Everybody's going to be gunning it here. Nothing to lose. You kind of expect a swing unless it's egregiously outside the zone. 3-2, everybody goes. Swing and a foul. We'll extend the inning. Just at least for another pitch. Everybody will jog their way back. Runners go again. Swing and a miss up high. And that will do it for the inning. Bases are left loaded, leaving 3 on base. No errors, no runs, 2 hits in the inning. And we remain in a 3-0 lead for Willis as we head to the top of the 4th. Back to Willis, Texas after this in our Game of the Week on Houston Sports Live. Henderson back on the bump as we get ready for the top of the 4th inning. A 3-0 score. Willis ahead against Waller in our game of the week here on Houston Sports Live. Jordan Smith on the call of the action. This one lined into left on the first pitch. Running backwards is Dorwart, but he will make the catch well before the warning track. And a quick out number 1. 2, 3, 4 hitters due up. That one being Trevor Faulkner. So Bryce Geilish will head to the dish. We'll have those final numbers for you for Vallejo here in just a little bit. As that is in there for a strike. On 1 is the count. Geilish is 0 for 1 with a drop third strike in the first. Foul line for Vallejo. 8 batters faced in 2 1/3 innings pitched. 2 hits, no runs, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 26 total pitches, and 15 of those going for strikes. One and one as that misses outside from Henderson. Runs inside just above the shoelaces. Little tuck of the knees there to make it 2-1. Again, a little bit of a center field shift by Dorwart. Just a couple steps to his right, nothing egregious. Everybody else otherwise in their regular positions, with nobody on base and 1 out. Again, don't forget, the 5th and final game of Willis's action here in the Lake Conroe Classic comes to you tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., 9:45 a.m. pregame show. Jason Greer on the call of the action as Willis takes on the Tomball Cougars. Live here from Willis Baseball Field, here just off the shadow of I-45, right here on your home of Willis Wildcat Baseball, Houston Sports Live. This one popped up on the right side of the infield. Adams barely has to move a few steps to his right and will make the catch for out number 2. So now 2 outs in the inning, no one on base still as Christian Pazez will head to the dish. Winds and deals from the lefty outside for a ball. 1-0 as Hawthorne tried to frame it, but to no avail. Or excuse me, not Hawthorne, Farrell, who's now taken the place after the pinch hit for Hawthorne. This one, chopper right side. Beltran racing to his left. Gloves it, fields it with ease to first. And a 1-2-3 inning on the 4-3 ground out to end the 4th inning, or at least the top half, that is. 1, 2, 3, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Bottom of the 4th we go, 3-0 Willis ahead when we come back on our game of the week here on Houston Sports Live.
keep. Jeffco.
Come on, Jeffy Coat.
Bottom of the fourth. Brings a 3-0 lead for Willis over Waller. We see the 1-2-3 hitter starting with Jeffco. As that first pitch is high and away. And a new pitcher on the bump for Waller to start the fourth. Ethan Horton. Get you the final line for Faulkner in just a bit. He threw a total of 68 pitches in 3 innings of work. That one will be outside as well. And a quick 3-0 to start. That runs high and tight. And a 4-pitch walk to the leadoff hitter. First time on base for Jeffco. One runs inside for a strike on the count to Reed Dorwart, who's 0 for 1 with a walk in the ball game. Got on base with that walk in the second. Right now, nobody out, 1 on. And a 3-0 lead for Willis here in the bottom of the fourth. Runner goes. This one fly ball right center. And Jeffco has to retreat back to first. And that will take care of out number 1 as Corsi makes the catch out in right center.
Up next for the Wildcats.
Pickoff move to first, not in time. Blinka at the plate, who is 1 for 2 with a double back in the first inning. Right now he's looking at a 1-0 count. Running on lefty matchup at the dish. That one swung on in foul territory. Third base side as that flies way out of play. Pickoff move to first, not in time. That one swung a line down the first baseline, but foul. Runner goes, swing and miss for a strike throw to second, not in time, and a stolen base. That is the first strikeout for Horton, the third strikeout overall for Waller pitching. All have been on swings and misses. Like we said, the stolen base for Jeffcoat. That is the third stolen base as that one gets away from the catcher. A slot at the plate and allows Jeffcoat to advance to third. The wild pitch. Slot 0 for 2, looking for his opportunity to get on base for the first time and bring in another run to add some more insurance. As that's in there for a strike. 1-1 is the count. Runner at third, and that's it. And Jeffcoat. Line foul. Makes it 2-2. Deuces Wild in the bottom of the fourth. 2 out, 1 runner on, still a 3-0 lead. Trying to make it 4-0. Is Slot on an RBI. 2-2. That one misses high, full count approach. Won't see Jeffcoat moving around on this pitch, though, as there's not anybody behind him to push him forward, as he's the lone man on the base paths. Full count approach. Here it is. Hop high, ball 4. And a walk
Number 13
for Hunter Slot.
Bringing up number 3, Shea Holiday.
Shea Holiday to the dish. With runners on the corners and 2 out. As Willis extends the inning. And that gets him on the helmet.
Number 3, Holiday takes one off the head.
Hit by pitch.
Bases loaded for number 17.
To load the bases.
Miller.
That is his third time on base for Holiday, and in quite a painful way, but he looks to be all right. No shaking up, nothing like that. And now manager will come out and call time to talk to his guy on the bump. Still the first inning of play for Horton. I don't think you'd take him out now. Again, just a reminder, at the conclusion of this ball game here tonight, we'll have a quick wrap-up with our post-game Game Day Houston show, the all-new, brand-new, exclusive to Houston Sports Live, the first and only on-location desk show in the city of Houston and the greater of Houston area at the high school level. Again, Game Day Houston post-game wrap-up coming up at the conclusion of this one here tonight in Willis. Mason Miller to the dish now with bases loaded and 2 outs. As that runs inside for a ball. That one misses high. Forehead level, 2-0. Miller on base twice via an error and a single. He's scored a run and stolen a base as well, filling up that stat line here tonight. 2-0 misses, called a strike. That one being high at the bill of the helmet, but called a strike regardless. 2-1 inside. Above the inner line of that batter's box, 3-1. Three-one swung on, will line fall into left center for a base hit. 1 run scores, 2nd run scores, throw into 3rd. They got him. 2 runs did score, though, before the out was made.
Base hit to left center, scores 2 for the Wildcats.
So 2 runs will count.
Holiday out, advancing to 3rd.
Holiday is out at 3rd.
If we go to New York, we might be able to challenge that call.
But it adds the lead 5-0 as we head to the top of the 5th. Back after this here in Willis on Houston Sports Live. Back here on Houston Sports Live for our game of the week. 5-0 as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Willis ahead of Waller to conclude day 2 of the Lake Conroe Classic. Just a reminder, we got 13-6A action all over the district for you. Of course, we got your Conroe broadcast taking on College Park, and then the Woodlands taking on Grand Oaks on our sister station, the Highlander Sports Network. You can catch all of those on all of our platforms on Houston Sports Live, and, of course, the Highlander Sports Network as well. Be sure to check the YouTube channel and the website, houstonsports.live, for all broadcast information. Henderson on the bump for his 2nd inning, full inning, that is, of work. And the first pitch into the turf for a ball, 1-0. Coming into the inning with 15 pitches through an inning and 2/3 of work. Swing and a miss at the breaking ball there. 1-1 is the count. He looks at the 5, 6, 7 hitters in the lineup, starting with Andres Campos, the 5-hole hitter who's 0 for 1 in the contest, the right-handed hitter. Swing and a miss. Another breaking ball swinging over the top of it. A 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back breaking balls for the punch out.
Makes a 1-out inning for the Wildcats.
Second punch out of the ball game for Willis overall. First on the night.
Bringing up number
for
18
Henderson,
for the Bulldogs.
as he's got now 6 straight sitting down. That brings up Mason Coursey to the dish. 1 out, no one on. Still a 5-0 lead for Willis. Outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Coursey 1 for 1 with a single. One of only 2 hits in the ball game for Willis here tonight. Or Waller, I should say. Breaking ball, catching the outside for a strike. 1-1 is the count. Still a little bit of action in that Waller bullpen. Righty getting warm. Check swing, they say he did go around. 1-2. No action in the Waller bullpen from our vantage point. 1-2, runs inside. Trying to establish that inside part of the plate. 2-2, the count. That one just looked like it slipped out of his hands a little too early there. 3-2, the count. Lined foul. Willis bullpen down the first baseline. Keeps it going. Full count approach. Barely any wind, like we mentioned earlier in the forecast, about a 4-mile-an-hour gust. Not much there, though. That will be a walk as that misses outside on the breaking ball.
Puts a runner on first base.
First base runner allowed on the night for Henderson. So you got a few fans hanging out in right field. The bleachers just past the right field wall. Catching the action as well as the fans here in the stands. We appreciate you coming to the ballpark and being part of the Lake Conroe Classic. That one misses high for a ball. 1-0 is the count to Chris Castillo. Or excuse me, a new batter instead of Chris Castillo. It being that of Ethan Horton. Two and 0 as that misses outside. Horton, of course, the new pitcher in the ballgame. On deck, Martinez for Waller. Due up, Bryson Reagan. Way outside, that gets away from the catcher on the wild pitch. And it allows Coursey to advance via the wild pitch. And starts it out with a 3-0 count. Looks like, again, that breaking ball just slipped out of his hands there. As he rechecks his wrist, does Henderson get the pitch? Tried the pickoff move to second, no one covering the base. Keeps the runner honest at second. Couple of fielders close by, though. Now goes a second for the pickoff. Not in time, though. 3-0 count coming up here as Henderson looks to work back into the count. From the stretch, outside ball 4. Back-to-back walks given up by Henderson.
Last call for the food truck.
As that now brings up Luis Martinez to the dish. With 2 on and 1 out. Here in the top of the 5th inning. Still a 5-0 lead for Willis. If you're just joining us, welcome to the broadcast. Jordan Smith here on the call of the action. Live from Willis Baseball Field here in Willis, Texas. That one runs low and into the turf. Pitch gets away from the catcher, though. Throw to third, can't handle it. Or third, I should say, can't handle it. Runner at first stays put. Pass ball will be called. As now there's runners on the corners. Still able to get a double play, though. The opportunity still exists. With the runner staying on first in Horton. Ortega is 0 for 1 with a ground out to the third baseman in the third. Was the final batter that Valero would see. That one outside. 2-0 is the count. From the stretch. Tried to frame, no go, and a little miscommunication there it seemed like, as now double play opportunity taken away with a stolen base and a 3-0 count. Martinez, the right-handed hitter, in the box. A little bit of an open stance. Slight bend of the knee. Crawls forward for a bunt attempt, but it's outside as he pulls away. And a ball. Back-to-back walks will now usher out I believe there was a little conversation happening, little words being said from Bulldogs player potentially. And it doesn't look like they're going to take out Henderson. I think they're just going to put a little pep talk. That's all. A 1-out bases loaded situation.
Well, we got a minute. We got a couple of birthdays in the house.
Remember, the 2-hour time limit is in effect. And so, with that, there's only 30 minutes left of gameplay as we're on the top of the 5th. We'll see how much longer the game goes on. They can get into the 6th. Right now, Willis with that 5-0 lead. Everybody's ready to go once again. Bryson Reagan at the dish. Now time called and steps off and ready to go once again. Where he looks at his pitch plays. And check swing does not go as the home plate umpire stays frozen for a ball. 1-0. All 5 batters to the plate this inning have started with a 1-0 count thus far. Reagan 0 for 1 with a fly out to center field in the third. The 1-0. Swung on, lifted into center. Racing to his left is Dorwart. And he'll make the catch route number 2. Runner tagging, throw home. It's going to be close. Not in time. Runner is safe on a sac fly to center. And it scores Corsi from third base. Everybody else stays put at first and second. As it brings it back to the top of the order now. And a pinch hitter for Geisley. Jesse Ayala to the dish. Check swing, he did go around on that one. 0-1 is the count. Ayala's first time up to the plate. He replaces Geisley as the leadoff hitter in the lineup. That one fouled into the screen right side. Quick 0-2 to start with 2 outs. Henderson looking to get out of the bleeding with limited damage. Only 1 run has crossed the plate so far for Waller. It's their first of the ball game. Swing and a miss. Drops into the turf. Takes his time. Throws it. And is not in time. They thought that there wasn't 2 outs to the catcher and Farrell. And so runner safe. It is a strikeout still, but runner safe at first base. Strike in there. 0-1 is the count to Trevor Faulkner, who's back at the plate. A quick 0-2. Trying to get out of it. That one missing for a ball. Pitch number 28 of the inning on a 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Bases loaded. All of a sudden in this situation with Deuces Wild and 2 outs, tying runs at the plate. Winds and deals. Outside, full count approach. Everybody will be going on this pitch. Henderson looking to end the inning. Runners go. Outside, ball 4, and a runner walks home. Runner almost left the base path and didn't touch home. Everybody was yelling, go home, go home, go home. So now it is 5-2. 2 runs in the inning by Waller. Here in this top of the 5th. As that's in there for a strike. 8th batter of the inning coming up. And at the plate. Check swing. They say he went around. 0-2. Bryce Geilish at the dish. 0 for 2. Henderson looking to make him 0 for 3. Ball, as that one's in the turf. Pitch number 34 of the inning coming up. Most any Willis pitcher has thrown yet in this ballgame in an inning, as that one gets away from the catcher and another run comes home on the pass ball. It's now 5-3. Bit of frustration on the face of Henderson. As that's another run to his tally. 3 in the inning. And all of a sudden it is a completely different ball game here in the late part of this one. Full count approach. Runners don't have to go forward as nobody's pushing them on first. On deck, should we see him this inning? Christian Pezez. We won't see him, though, as there's the swing and a miss. It is the 3rd punch out of the inning. It is the 4th punch out by Willis altogether in this one as it strands 2 runners on base, but 3 runs come home in this one. No base hits in the inning with 3 runs scoring, and all of a sudden, it is a very different ball game. To the bottom of the 5th we go. 5-3 the score in the bottom of the 5th, and we come back for our game of the week here on Houston Sports Live. All of a sudden, it's a different ball game here in Willis, Texas. The Wildcats lead the Bulldogs at 1.5-0. And then 3 consecutive runs in the top half of the 5th made it a 2-run contest. Willis still leads, but only by a couple now. As we quickly give you that final stat line for Trevor Faulkner, the starter for Waller. 18 batters faced, 3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 3 runs all earned, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks, 68 total pitches, 38 of them for strikes. Horton back on the bump for his 2nd full inning of work. And according to the timer, we've got 20 minutes left in this ball game. We'll see what happens first, end of contest or timer. More than likely, it will be the timer, as that one will miss down low for a ball, 1 in at the plate as he replaces Hawthorne behind the dish. This one, a fly ball to center field. Ranging up and making the catch, Guilish. And that will take care of outs number 1. Again, coming up after the conclusion of this one, the Game Day Houston post-game wrap-up, where we go over the final stat lines in this one. And we get you ready for the upcoming action. That one will miss outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. Again, that coming up with yours truly right at the conclusion of this one here tonight in Willis. 1-0 count to Adams at the plate. Fouled straight back into the net behind home plate. 1-1 is the count. One count as that one races low into the turf and just squeaks past Geisley behind the dish. And it looks like Faulkner and the catcher are having a little bit of a laugh and a smile about something. So that one will miss high. Ball 3. Adams looking to get on base once again. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. That walk coming in the 3rd. 3-1 outside. He'll get another walk.
Adams draws the walk, bringing up
Back-to-back at bats have resulted in with a free pass on base. And as Jafet Beltran will come to the plate. Runner on, runner out. In this bottom of the 5th. That one is outside for a ball. Beltran is 0 for 1 with a walk. That one is high. Above the helmet, 2-0. Strike, throw down to first. Not in time. Two one. Swung on. Fly down the first baseline. Will it stay fair? No, it won't. Just foul. 2-2 the count. Try again at 2-2. That one misses high. Thrown on the first, not in time. Swing and a miss for the punch-out. Beltran not happy about that result.
For the Wildcats. Number 1, txhsbsb.
Second punch out of the night for Horton. 4th overall by Waller pitching, as that will now be the night for Horton. We'll give you the new pitcher on the bump when we come back here in just a little bit. Back after this for our game of the week here on Houston Sports Live. Pickoff move to first, not in time, as we welcome you back here on Houston Sports Live to our Game of the Week coverage between Willis and Waller, the finale of Day 2 action of the Lake Conroe Classic. At the plate currently, watching that one miss the zone, is the leadoff hitter in Keaton Jeffcoat. New pitcher on the bump, Joey Bazan, the right-handed dealer. This one, chopper, third base side. Pazez goes to second for the force out there. Or fielder's choice, rather, and that will take care of out number 3. We will head to the 6th inning. 5-3 the score. Waller trying to put up a fight when we come back on Houston Sports Live. Ready for the top of the 6th inning. A 5-3 scoreline. Willis ahead of Waller. As that one looked like it was in the zone. Catcher cannot believe it. Most of the fans cannot believe it. Your broadcaster cannot believe it. It's called a ball on the outside. That one misses. Nope, that one's a strike. That one's one of those. I'll get you back for that one. So a 1-1 count. We see the 4, 5, 6 hitters due up, starting with Christian Pazez. And time called as Henderson back off the mound. Looking at the dugout. Doesn't seem like he agrees with the call. Either way, shakes it off, now deals. Fireball, fouls away. And now 1-2. One, two outside. 2-2 is the count. So 7 minutes left on that timer. Kind of have to start eyeing it now as we're in the 6th. This one, chopper. Left side, Jeffcoat at short. Laser to first in time. There's out number 1. A 6-3 on your scorecard officially. Andres Campos set to hit, but nope, it is a pinch hitter now. Juan Ayala. Juan Ayala, the pinch hitter. The righty hitter in place of Campos. Swings, lifts it into right. Backing up is our right fielder making the catch. A few steps in front of the wall in Holiday. And that's out number 2. Good range, ranging back, and making sure the wall and him did not become too much of best friends there. As Mason Corsi, 2 up, 2 down, heads to the plate. In there for a strike. 0-1 is the count. Corsi has reached base twice, a walk and a single, and has scored a run. Right up the gut, ground ball with eyes for a base hit to extend the inning. His second hit of the contest, now 2 for 2 with 2 singles and the walk. It brings up the third pinch hitter of the spot in the lineup, Joey Bazan now. As the first pitch will miss. 1-0 is the count. In there for a strike. 1-1 evens it up. One and one from the stretch. That one fouls away. 1-2. 2 outs. 5 minutes left on that timer. 5 minutes left on that timer. Runner on first with those 2 outs. Tie run at the plate. Henderson looking to get out of the inning. And he does with the swing and the miss. We, for now, head to the bottom of the 6th inning.
Going to the bottom of the 6th, Bulldogs 3, Wildcats 5.
And now I think they're going to, let's see what time. Yep, they will officially call it because it is 4 minutes until the 2-hour timer. So they go ahead and call it. That go ahead and makes it final. 5-3, the final score here in this one. We go 5.5 in this inning before the timer is reached. We will say so long on the game broadcast here tonight for our game of the week. Willis takes a win against Waller, but don't go anywhere, folks. Switch over back to our Game Day Houston stream as we bring you post-game coverage of this one. We break down the stat lines. We get you ready for tomorrow and what's coming up next on the Houston Sports Live calendar. Back to Game Day Houston and the Death Show. After this, again, Willis takes the win over Waller in our Game of the Week 5-3 final here in Willis, Texas. Back after this on Houston Sports Live.